Hi y'all, I am Alexia Moreno, your South Carolina Realtor here in the Midlands. If you're planning to buy a home in South Carolina in 2026, I want to walk you through the entire process step by step so that you feel confident instead of overwhelmed. Whether you're relocating, a first-time home buyer, everything that you need to know will be in this video from pre-approval to closing day, inspections, CL100s, and what's actually happening in our market. So grab a coffee and let's dive in. Getting pre-approved the right way. Before you take a look at a single home, even online, the first step is getting pre-approved with a local lender. And here's why. South Carolina offers local programs that big national lenders don't tell you about. The contracts move fast, especially in the Lexington, Columbia, even Cayce and Chapin areas. Sellers want to see strong local pre-approvals because they close smoother. So if you're getting pre-approval, here are some things that your lender will look at. They will look at income, credit, debt, down payment options, and estimated monthly payments. Don't panic. You do not have to have perfect credit. Most buyers are shocked that they qualify a lot sooner than they thought. If you do need a trusted local lender, please message me or leave a comment and I will send you a list of approved local lenders that I have actual personal experience with working in the past. So step two, let's start house hunting. Once we know your buying power, this is the fun part. South Carolina has a little bit of everything. New construction, updated resales, fixer-uppers, rural land, waterfront on Lake Murray. We have neighborhoods, developments, both established and new in Lexington, West Columbia, and Chapin. While we're looking, I will teach you how to notice a few things. So we will look at roof age, HVAC age. We'll look at foundation clues, things that might clue you into, hey, we might need to further investigate this foundation. Cosmetic repairs versus quite expensive repairs. Flood zones, how they've changed since 2015. We'll look at HOAs versus no HOAs. You're never going to be walking through alone. I will show you things that HGTV doesn't cover. So step three will be make an offer. Writing an offer. In South Carolina, our offer package includes several parts, and this is where having a strong agent matters. Here's what goes into a competitive offer in 2026. Purchase price, obviously going to be very important. Closing costs or concessions, if they're needed or wanted. Earnest money, how much should we be putting in earnest money? Who holds it? How long is it held for? Where does it go when the closing happens? Due diligence time, how long do we have to do our inspections, to back out? What are we looking for during that time? All of those things. Financing type, are we going FHA, VA, conventional, cash? Closing date. Let me be honest, price is not the only thing that sellers care about in this market. Strong timing, clean terms, and clear financing win more offers than throwing extra money at it. I'll walk you through every piece and make sure that we're writing something that makes sense for you. Step number 4, due diligence and inspections. So once you're under contract, we move into due diligence. This is a period of time where we check the home from top to bottom. In South Carolina, a few of the big inspections that we can do are home inspections, HVAC inspections. You can have a roof inspection, a foundation inspection. A CL100 may be required by your lender. It's always recommended. That will check for termites, moisture damage, things like that. This is a major South Carolina requirement for some financing options. Well and septic. If you're on a well and septic, you'll have the opportunity to inspect those during this time. Let me explain the CL100 for people who are new to South Carolina. So a few things that it checks for is going to be termite activity. It will note if there has been previous treatment for termites. It will note water damage, fungus and mold conditions, moisture issues under the home. Buyers and sellers often negotiate repairs during this due diligence period, and I can help you understand which repairs are critical, which are going to be safety concerns, and then versus cosmetic. Did you walk the home and already see that it was going to need new carpet? My job is to protect your money and your stress level. I go over every report with you line by line. Step number 5, appraisals and underwriting. Okay, so next comes the appraisal. This is where the lender confirms the home's value. If the appraisal comes in low, we have a few options here. We can renegotiate the terms of the contract. That's oftentimes what we're seeing happen. We can challenge the appraisal. So if the appraisal comes in low, but you have a strong agent that has already run those comps, they will be prepared to show the appraiser those comps and why we valued the home where it is valued. Oftentimes, you'll meet somewhere in the middle. The buyer will come up with a little bit of the difference. The seller will come up with a little bit of the difference, and we will meet somewhere in the middle. And sometimes the last resort is to just walk away. During this time, you would have the option to walk away if we're not able to come to a resolution, if appraisal does not come in where it's supposed to be. This is why I study comps before we write an offer. While the appraisal is happening, underwriting is also verifying documents. This is usually the quiet part of the process, but trust me, we are busy behind the scenes. Final walkthrough and closing. Okay, so step 6 is going to be close on your home. This is the exciting part, but about 24 hours before closing, we'll do a final walkthrough to make sure that repairs were completed, if we haven't already done so, that the home is in the same or better condition, and that no surprises have popped up. Then closing day. Here in South Carolina, we close with an attorney. You'll sign loan documents, deeds, final disclosures, and you will get your keys the same day in most cases. And just like that, you're living in South Carolina. So let's move on to a couple things that buyers forget. This is my bonus tip. So a few things that buyers forget in South Carolina. Utilities are not automatically transferred. You need to schedule them ahead. Some areas require trash service sign up. It's not automatic. Pest control is pretty common here. So if you want to set that up on a quarterly basis, you're welcome to go ahead and do that during this time. Property taxes may look lower the first year, but will adjust once you file your legal residence. Okay, this is important. So there is a different tax rate for somewhere that is your primary residence versus somewhere that is an investment. So you will need to make sure, and your attorney will go over this with you at closing, you will want to make sure that your tax rate is as your primary resident if it is in fact your primary residence. If you're building, expect delays, weather, labor shortages. You need to be ready for those. I prepare my clients for the real experience, not just the ideal one. If you're thinking about buying a home in South Carolina in 2026, I would love to walk you through the process. I help families, investors, out-of-state buyers move here stress-free. Send me a message or comment. My phone number, I will go ahead and give it to you now. It's 803-665-5376. You can give me a call. You can text me if you have questions about the process of moving to South Carolina. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want more on South Carolina real estate tips, neighborhood tours, and just my life in general. Thanks so much for watching, and welcome to the Midlands of South Carolina.